I was actually going to make this video sooner, but there was a power cut last night, and would have had to make it in the dark. I actually thought a fuse had blown. We were changing the fuses in the fuse board. Then someone said maybe it's a power cut. We went out and alarms were going off, so it was a power cut after all. Still on the Belong To site here, the site to help and inform gay and bisexual and trans people. It's just one page. It's the check the facts page. So what they're trying to do is get as many politicians as possible to sign up to a protocol where they only use the facts when they're discussing bisexual and trans and everything. Unfortunately, lots of politicians do sign up for it. So they agree to use the speech that Belong To tell them to use, basically. If you say no, you're just going to be totally ostracised. They'll be shunned, they'll be slaughtered by the media and everything. But if they get enough powerful people who control the discourse are very influential, then hopefully everyone else will follow after it. If everyone on the radio and everyone on telly and everyone on social media is saying this, and I'm thinking another thing. But that way, just people will shut up and fall in line. But anyway, I'm on this check the facts page. It was recently reported that the LGBTQ plus community is one of the most consistent victims of mis- and disinformation in the European Union. I'm just following the links that they use here, that mis- and disinformation is rampant. So this link goes to this link, Edmo, whatever that is. Then this link goes to this link. And then this link goes to an Estonian fact checkers website. So this is the evidence that Belong To are using, that the internet is awash with gay and trans and bisexual misinformation and disinformation. The Estonian fact checkers website is saying that this Estonian newspaper is committing disinformation or misinformation when they say that there's a shooting in Colorado in 2022. Some guy came in and shut up a gay nightclub, and the newspaper said that he was transgender. These guys are saying that he wasn't, he was straight. When the shooting first happened, the news was like wall to wall coverage of just guy goes in, shoots up gay nightclub, and he was really taken as the poster boy of anti-gay hate. So when he came out as trans, it kind of messed up the narrative a bit. And they were saying that he was only saying that to get leniency from people and in the court and not go to maybe avoid a lengthy prison sentence, whatever. That's what they say he was doing it for. If he was really straight, I think that you would have heard an awful lot in the news about it, that he went to jail, but there's very little about it. So to me, it kind of veers more on the side that he actually was trans, because it wasn't convenient to keep talking about it in the news, so they dropped it. Whereas if he was straight, you would have heard about it non-stop. So I don't think that was disinformation. I think he actually was trans. He went by the pronouns MX. The next part that is mis- or disinformation in Belong To's eyes is where it says, immediately after Nashville, police said the attacker was transgender. An unfounded narrative began to spread that the number of transgender and non-binary mass shooters had skyrocketed in recent years. Quick look here on the Wikipedia site, and since 1900 there's been 306 mass shootings. The amount of shootings has skyrocketed. I mean, before those few years and those shootings happened, there were no trans shootings from 1900, or maybe there were. It wasn't a thing back then, so we don't know. So it was at least 3 or 4 mass shootings. The third piece of disinformation in the Estonian fact checkers' eyes, and hence Belong To's eyes also, is about a manifesto that the shooter in the Nashville case had in his bedroom, or her bedroom, whichever. I think it was a man being a woman. I'll go along. I don't like the whole he-she thing. I go along with it. If I don't want to don't want to hurt people's feelings. If someone said they wanted to be called he or she, whatever, I'd go along with it, But just being polite. But at the end of the day, you just have to call it for what it is. Look at this article. I found this when I was looking up some stuff. This article, and it's USA Today, and it's saying The shooter who killed three, this is a different mass shooting. The shooter who killed three in Aberdeen, whatever state in America, was a woman. How unusual is that? So the whole article is about actually a man, a transgender man who is a woman, who wants to be a woman. But the whole article is treating her like it's a woman. I mean, one thing though was new. The shooter who killed three people was female. Like, they are just totally ignoring the fact that it is a man who wants to be a woman. They're going on as if it's an actual female who did the shooting. Like, it's just confusing and misleading. At the end of the day, you just have to call a spade a spade. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's a man who wants to be a woman. It's not really a woman. But I was talking about the manifesto that the Nashville shooter had. The fact-checking website were saying it shouldn't be released because it would encourage copycat killings. And the critics are saying that it should be released, that the media and so many others who don't want it to be released, the reason that they don't want it to be released is that everybody will clearly see the shooter was inspired by the prevailing ideology of the day, which is that people are bad, and white people particularly, because of colonialism and what we're doing to the climate. And a lot of people don't want the manifesto or the diary that you once kept to be released, because it'd be so blatantly obvious that that's the reason why she did it. But there definitely are powerful forces who want to, they literally want to have any disagreement. Like, this was all perfectly reasonable stuff. Like, they're saying this is hate speech, but it's just so easy to point holes in what it is. And ideally they'd love to just go back to the days of, like, the newspapers. Just people believe the newspapers. You write the news and just people go with it.